You deserve to thrive in every way. When you feel your best physically, mentally, and emotionally, you can tackle life's challenges and explore more opportunities. Don't let fatigue, GI discomfort, unpleasant mood swings, and excess weight slow you down. The key to feeling healthy, happy, and confident each day lies inside your mighty microbiome. Science has revealed a powerful link between beneficial microbes in your GI tract and improved health. Gut flora impacts your digestive system, metabolism, sleep quality, mood, and even your weight. Yes. Your gut is also where 70% of immune cells live and where 90% of your serotonin is created. Evidence suggests that beneficial microbes support the body's immune response. Gut bacteria can even send signals to the brain through what's known as the gut-brain axis. These communications play a key role in helping you experience an improved mood and reduced feelings of stress. Simply put, a healthy gut means a healthy you. It's all about striking the right balance. Food, lifestyle choices, and the environment can throw this balance off, but there's something that can help. Plexus Triplex is the supercharged boost your gut needs to reduce unwanted microbes and increase beneficial microbes for a balance that works in your favor. With this comprehensive system, you'll support your gut in 3 ways. Just like a garden, when you weed, seed, and feed your gut, better health blossoms from within. BioCleanse helps to weed the gut by reducing unwanted microbes and supporting your body's natural cleansing processes. ProBio 5 helps weed out unwanted intestinal yeast and seeds your gut with healthy probiotics. And Slim Microbiome Activating feeds these probiotics the prebiotics they need to thrive. Slim also helps support healthy glucose metabolism and offers targeted weight loss support with Slim Hunger Control. Shift the balance back in your favor and thrive. With scientifically backed ingredients and countless benefits, Triplex is the smartest choice you can make for your gut, your health, and to thrive. Health and happiness. It's a gut feeling.
You in love with me, but I'm not the girl of your dreams. Cause I've been rocking and dodging the beat of love. Baby, I'm not the one for you. I'm not letting you on cause you know my truth. But I know just what to do for you. Cause when that Jones come down, hey, na 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 na, hey, ooh, na 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 na. When that Jones come down, hey, nothing you can do about it.
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to My Sister Circle. How are you guys tonight? Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for joining us, guys. We are so excited to be here tonight. It is Thursday, one of our favorite days of the week. How are you, O?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. It was really good talking to you earlier this week.
Yes.
I was excited to talk to you. We don't usually get to talk.
No.
And so to be able to, just chat
Chop
even
it
for
up.
a second, it was good. How was your week?
It has been a busy week, but a very good week.
Really busy?
Yes.
Because it's your second day of your promotion.
Second week, yeah.
Second week.
And it's been fast paced, but I love it, and it's going good.
Okay.
I'll be falling asleep early.
Falling asleep?
Yes.
Why? You work
Because
early in the morning?
I do. Early in the morning.
You came from afternoon.
Yeah. So it's nice to be home like a normal person and be in bed like at a decent time. I don't know what to do with myself.
I don't know what to do with myself.
I don't. So I've been buying plants.
I've seen that. What was your latest plant that you named?
Her name is Betty.
Betty. As plants, yes.
Yes.
As in Betty.
Betty, she's a jazz singer. So I name all of my plants after the jazz greats because I like jazz. So I've got Billie Holiday, I've got Chet Baker, I've got Louis Armstrong.
Her house is definitely, when I say it's definitely full of plants, she has love for plants, guys, and it is beautiful. And I wish I could do what she do. I can't, and it just doesn't work out.
I'm going to get you one.
It doesn't work out for me. Don't, please.
A
doesn't
plant,
work out
maybe.
for me.
Okay.
Well, it's not even that. It just doesn't work out for me.
I was trying to teach the boys how I was like, okay, since we have probably about 10, no, we've got about 20 now. And I was like, okay, we're going to stop here. We're going to take care of the ones we have. I've been trying to teach them how to water one. My one big one, I forget her technical name, but she's huge. And I've had her for about 3 years now. I was like, God, she looks so sad and wilted. My son Ezekiel filled up her pot with so much water I could have made soup. I'm like, you drowning her.
He was trying to help.
He was like, Mommy, I was trying to help. I'm like, but it's soup. Oh, see, we will talk about this afterward because I know what I'm doing. Too much water, and they need to be completely dry at the top, but we'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll get
there.
We'll definitely get there.
Yeah.
You look beautiful in your
Thank
blue.
you.
I
So
love
you.
it. I love it. I love it. So we are excited to be here tonight. One thing I need you guys to do is I need you guys to go ahead and tag, share, and invite people onto this amazing topic for today. Today is on dating and marriage, and everybody knows that dating and marriage can be, it can be a bittersweet topic, but it's intriguing. It brings people in. It gets people talking. It's a very interactive conversation. So get to tagging people in. Do me a favor and at least tag 5 people on. Everybody tag 5 people and share it to at least 5 groups. You can share it to the nail and hair makeup page, the Detroit sales pages, women groups pages, anything you think of, just share it to those pages. Do that for us, and we will love you, love you, love you, love you, love you forever. We are going to move on because we have actually a guest today.
Yay!
So I'm excited about having a guest on today. Okay, that's fine. We did give her a specific time. So I am excited about having a guest on today. When we decided that what show we were going to do, we were going to do this show on child support. But no women wanted to
talk about it,
but no men wanted to come on as a guest.
What's wrong, fellas?
Yeah, I really do want to know. Let's
You're not paying your child support? What's wrong?
Use ignorant.
What'd
you say?
I'm just saying, what's wrong? You're not paying?
All right, so this is what we need, guys.
I love you. I do. In Jesus' name, but pay that. All right?
So listen, we're not going to do that for next week's show, but we are going to do that. We want to do that for the week after. So if you guys are interested, tag in some men because we do need some men to be a guest for our child support show.
Yeah.
It is going to be easy breezy. I promise you. Me, Dewana, will not let the women. I won't allow. Okay, let me just tell you this.
But I'm just like, I'm not gonna.
Let me tell you this. I'm not gonna choose a passive man because I don't want you getting beat up on screen. I don't want you to get beat up on the airways. I can't save you from everything. I can only save you from a little. So tag in those men, have them inbox us because we do want them to be a part of our child support show. Like I said, we did have a lot of women reach out to be a part of that show because it is a very interesting topic, and it could also be a topic that
it's a little triggering.
Yeah, definitely a little triggering. For both women and men.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to get onto that, but I do want you guys to help us out with that and bring it on. Just sending them a message and say, hey, you'll be a good guest for this child support show.
Because it wouldn't be fair just to have a woman's perspective.
I don't want just a woman.
Fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair. So, all right, guys. So before we can move on, I need you guys to see, because I see that I tagged a lot of people. So now I need you guys to tag at least 5 people each. Tag them, because this show is on dating and marriage, and I want everybody to participate in this show tonight. Before we do that, we are going to go to our amazing sister of the week.
Yes, we are, and I tagged her in.
Okay,
and hopefully she can see it. But our sister of the week is, drum roll please, and trumpets and all that good stuff.
I love drum roll.
Me too, it's my favorite.
Did he play it, the drum roll?
No drum roll, we gotta get a drum. Kalila McKenzie.
She's so beautiful. She's still, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're okay. I love Kalila. Kalila goes to my sister in church, Greater Grace Temple, Taylor.
Beautiful.
She is a mother of 3 beautiful children. She's married and she's a business owner and hairdresser. I wanted to plug the name of her business, but I wasn't able to obtain that from her. But you can follow her on
Social
Facebook
media,
to inquire. She does beautiful work. And the thing that I want to say about Kalila is a couple years ago, and this is why I picked her. A couple years ago, she was sending me things on Instagram like inspirational quotes, scriptures, things from pastors, like little ministry things from pastors, like sermons and all that. And it was it was a hard time.
Just out of nowhere?
Just out of nowhere.
that's
A
amazing.
tumultuous time in life. Ori was a little depressed, and that's okay. And she doesn't even know that they were encouraging me when she sent them to me, and I would actually be at work and I would listen to them. And I don't think I ever got the opportunity to tell her thank you. But I want to say thank you now, Kalila. You sending that to me, I don't know what inspired you to do it, what
Also,
made
she
you
didn't
do
know
it.
what was
She
going
had
on.
no idea, but she would just send
Thank
it
you,
to
Lord.
me. And I'd be like, I appreciate that so much because I really was just having a tough way to go. But she's always consistent. And I love that about women. I feel like strong, confident women are consistent in their moods.
Yes.
And they're consistent in their support and their love and their admiration for other women. And she is consistent across the board. She's always kind. She always has something encouraging to say. She is an outstanding mother. She posts pictures. She has 1 daughter, 2 boys. She takes such immaculate care of her kids. I'm just like, if I ever got a daughter,
So amazing.
please, God, let me dress her this way. But she's just a good mom, a good wife, a beautiful woman. And I love you
it.
and appreciate you.
Well, I just want to congratulate you on being Sister of the Week. We always like to make sure that we highlight all of our Sisters of the Week, and just women in general. You know, this is not a black women, where we just only pick black women, but we just want to acknowledge women in general, and just so amazing that everything that O said about you, just want to uplift you and encourage you, and just say congratulations on everything that you're doing, all your journeys, your next journey, your next chapters, and we just want to say congratulations, and we do love you, sister.
Love ya. Charlie I wish I could see Charlie is a white man.
Charlie I'm gonna just start turning him down in my ear, because if you guys heard the things that we hear,
Foolish.
okay, do you do this to any of your other hosts?
Nope.
Nope.
You paused. That's a no.
Okay. Okay. So
You love us.
we are going to get started. So like I said, this show is on dating and marriage, and so what I decided to do is I kind of just surprised with this right now. So what I decided to do is the questions that we chose. We chose them together, and what she didn't know is that I was going to interview her and my guests on these questions. So that's what we're going to do for this part of the show on dating. So yay, hand clap. So we get to kind of be in its own little world. We're not gonna say business, be in your world a little bit, just a tiny bit.
Okay.
But we'll go ahead and go to our guest first.
Amen.
And she's not here yet. Okay. So I'm not going to interview O first. I'm going to interview our guest first, but she should be on in a second, because I told her 7:20, so she should be on in a second. So with the dating and marriage, okay, it's one of those it's one of those things those topics that is, I want to say it, like I said, it's a bittersweet type of topic, because you have certain people that say they're never getting married. You have certain people that say that they just like to date for fun and things like that. So I'll just ask you kind of that broad question just until our guests come on. Okay. Are you dating?
No.
Okay. And when you date, when you decide to date,
Or in the past when I've dated?
when you
Okay.
dated in the past,
Okay.
was it for just fun, or or was it for marriage?
I don't think that I have ever dated for fun. And maybe it's because I've always felt a little more like staunch and kind of like mature about it. Like, fun? We don't date for fun. Like, what I mean? It's sad.
I do.
I've never had the mindset, because to me, when I think about dating for fun, and ladies, you correct me, in my mind, dating for fun to me equals the possibility of someone wasting my time, and that's triggering for me. So I don't date for fun. I shop for fun. I buy plants for fun. I travel for fun. I don't date for fun.
Okay.
Okay.
How about me? Absolutely.
He said, okay.
I mean, listen, yes, I absolutely did date for fun. You know, when I was dating, I was definitely at a place in my life where, you know, there was no, in my mind, there was no settling down type thing. Even when I got with my husband, we both agreed that it would just be fun. It wasn't supposed to be.
Really? With your husband?
Absolutely.
Oh my, and now look at y'all.
I mean, like, we were both really serious about that this was just.
Like, we're just hanging out. That's it. Okay.
It was just that, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, see, the other part about it for me, too, is it's a cultural thing for me.
Okay.
So that's probably why I've never
That
had
makes
the opportunity.
sense, though. Okay.
My mom being who she is, we all know Sister Deborah's crazy. And my father is Palestinian, and he's Muslim.
Okay.
So his rules matriculated over into our lives, even when my parents were divorced. And my mom took the helm with, your dad said you can't date, we're going to just follow through with that, and there is no dating. So while my peers, when 17, 18, 19, were like going out and getting in boys' cars and dating for fun, that was an absolute no-no in my household, because culturally, even though I'm not Muslim, I'm Christian, and I was raised Christian, Arabic girls don't date.
Yeah. So
because it's against the rules.
Right. So
and my mother took that pony and rode.
And that, you know, and I totally understand that. And I think, okay. So, but I do think that every woman, you know, and I understand that sometimes it's just that barrier of the culture. But I do think that every woman, man, should have a time where you date. And I know biblically this is probably, you know, I probably will blow up the, you know, they'll probably be like, DeWanda said, but I think
that's not wrong.
I think you should have some fun, you know, and it shouldn't be, I know everybody, I mean, some people are like, you know, date with the purpose of marriage, no, but, you know.
You should have fun, too.
It's a portion of your life where no, you know, you don't have to go into it. At 19, 20 years old, I don't have to, unless this is what God absolutely told me, I don't see that, you know,
Not at 19,
it doesn't have to be. Now, some people are different. Some people got married at a young age because that is what God told them to do.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think that that's for everybody. And some people should just, you know, because you need to know what you like and don't like.
Absolutely.
And not getting serious. So dating for fun is not, it's not I'm not going into it with the purpose of marriage. I'm just going into it with I just want to casually go out and have some fun. I want to casually go out into the movies, to, you know, to dinner, you know, things like that. And I think it's important to do, because you find yourself that way. And everybody, it doesn't always have to be a, you know, promiscuous thing where you're dating, you know, it doesn't have to be that. It can be, I really am just out here having fun. I wasn't sleeping with multiple men. It just was fun.
Right.
I was just out having fun. You know, it wasn't an exclusive thing with one person.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I wish I would have had the opportunity to date for fun, and my mom and my dad weren't so like strong about we date for marriage, because maybe that would have changed my opinion on some things. It's changed now as an older, mature woman that's in charge of her dating life. But I don't think there's anything wrong with going out and having fun. And maybe sometimes you need to start with the just having fun portion and gradually matriculate your way into, okay, now I want to date intentionally.
Because like I said, and then we'll bring on our guests, because like I said, though, everybody doesn't have it to where God speaks to them and tell them this is who you're supposed to be with. So if I'm going out on a date and I'm just dating this one person,
Yeah.
and I get serious with this one person, but this person, me and this person aren't. We don't click. We're not compatible.
Right.
But because I'm told that I have to date with the purpose of marriage, then I go into it and it's just not for me. And then the divorce rate is like, you know, and that's just me though.
No,
you know,
that is
that's
very
just me.
true because you get stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's bring on our guest, and then we'll get into these questions with her,
Oh, my
and then I'll
goodness.
come back to you.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, how are you? Can she see us?
Can you see us?
I can see me. I can't see you.
Okay,
guys.
give us 1 second. Okay, but you can hear us, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi,
Yay.
Courtney.
Hi,
How are you? I
sister. Got the show. So much.
miss you. So beautiful. Our little sister Courtney, we miss you so much. How are you today?
I am good. I am good.
Thank you so much for coming on to be our guest. I appreciate you doing it in such short notice at that, because I kind of put you on the spot on
course.
Facebook.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
did.
like, text me.
I did. She like, this is a great topic. Hey, you want to be our guest? That's what I did to her. I know.
I'm like, let's talk about it. Text me.
Right. I guess I could have texted you and said, hey, Court, you want to be our guest? But no, Facebook seemed like it was the place to go, you know? And then you said yes.
Of course, I'm gonna say yes to the both of y'all.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Courtney.
Well,
Whatever I can do, let me know.
Well, we appreciate you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please, Courtney?
Well,
Go ahead, girl.
I am a 30-year-old African American female, and I am currently working as an HR manager for a manufacturing company in Sterling Heights and Auburn Hills. So I'm over those two factories, and I graduated from Central Michigan University in like 2019. I have a gang of nieces and nephews that I love. I have no children. And I am a new business owner called New Art Lifestyle. I'm
Yes.
a co-owner with my best friend, my
Congratulations.
cousin. Thank you. And so we are just specializing in travel wear, wear that, if you're going out, you don't look like you just rolled over or whatever. Look like you're going somewhere. It's multi. You can go out to the club, or you can just, be around cleaning up. So that's what I'm working on right now. Currently I'm trying to figure out, do I want to go back to school?
Really? You said you was never doing that.
I did. However, if someone's gonna pay for it, I mean,
I understand that. Yeah, now that's a different story.
Yeah, absolutely. So, just thinking about that, and that's me.
Okay.
In a nutshell.
So when we think about dating, are you? So we know right now that you are in a relationship or single. I know you're not married, so we'll go there.
I am not married.
Okay.
Right. I am not married. I am single. I am dating and talking to. So, I was,
what?
Looking at
talking
the questions.
To? What is that?
Right. So it's
Right.
calibers of,
Because
this whole thing we call dating, which is not fun. So do not advise. So it's like talking to someone.
Do not advise. Okay.
Do not advise at all. So it's talking to somebody, pretty much getting to know them. You don't know if you even want to hang out with them, but it's just like getting the foreplan of, do I want to waste more time or not waste time, but do I want to learn more about this individual?
Okay.
So, talking. So I am talking, and then I'm also dating right now. So dating is like maybe a trip, or maybe like going out to dinner or hanging out, and it's nothing like exclusive. Just learning one another.
But with
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so, but
this is like
notes
for sure. Write that down.
Write that down. So funny. This is like where you you dating. It's like, I like this person and I want to get to know more. Talking is like, I'm still trying to No, I don't really. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's what I was doing there because I talked to a lot of guys.
You were talking.
I talked to a
No.
lot.
Okay. All right. I like that.
I mean, I did. I mean, maybe that I didn't know. I guess I didn't know that it was a
I like
difference.
that.
But okay, I like that. Yeah. Okay.
So
Because
when
that
you-
makes it
yeah.
better.
It doesn't. It makes me breathe a little bit. Okay,
And
Court.
the culture might, you don't have to tell the culture about
Yeah.
talking to.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you
Exactly.
can get around that.
I gotta pray more, but I gotta pray a whole lot more. Are you dating for fun, or are you dating with the purpose of marriage?
Right now, I would say I'm dating for both.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think
I like
in my
that.
20s, I was trying to like figure it out as far as like I'm gonna marry this person, and then like 29, 30 hit me and realized like you missed out on some fun trying to make this person
Your husband.
material. So that's right now I'm dating for fun.
Okay.
And
But you have done both.
a purpose. I'm doing both, yeah.
Okay. So you can finish because I'm gonna get to you, Boo
Here,
Boo.
look, Courtney, look, she wants to ask me, and I'm not dating for fun. I'm not dating for marriage. Oriana is not dating. In third person, not dating.
I am
You
like
shoulda-
giving you
You
the
should have heard what she told me before this show started. I won't.
Yeah.
I'll let her tell you in private.
I'll
but you
tell you.
shoulda-
I'll tell you
Okay.
in private.
You should have heard.
So I want to know.
So what's your thoughts on cohabitation before marriage?
For me, it's a no.
I already know your answer.
If it's for me, it's a no. If it works for other people, and I have seen it work in numerous a few people relationships, but for me, if it's not like a plan on this is my husband or this is where we're going to be down the line, you're my future, I can't, no. And then come in my house that no, I can't do that.
Say.
So this is
can't do
the
that.
part that's perplexing to me, that where I get probably a little disgusted with dating culture. There's an age gap, between 7-year age gap. I'm 37, you're 30. When you are dating, are you focusing your energies on one person at a time, or is it just kind of like, I'm going to entertain a couple, fish, and then if I don't like them, I'll throw them back and we'll replace it, and may the best fish win type energy?
I like this question.
It's definitely the best fish because, I focused on one person and I missed out on, I feel as though, a few eligible bachelors that are not bachelors anymore because I was focused on one person. So, and the one person I was focused on wasn't focusing on me because he had multiple fish. So, so I'm playing that game right back.
Yes.
Why
Come
not?
on. Throw that rod right on back out there. Okay.
I got the net. I want all of them.
Not the net, Courtney.
That's right.
Just all of them.
Until it's the biggest one in there, huh?
Exactly. I want salmon. I want perch. I want
Listen,
that's right.
All of
The
that.
big tuna, okay?
Yes. Okay,
How much
yes.
time do you deal with someone when dating? When you're like, you know what, we've been talking, we're dating now or whatever, and we're spending time together. When do you just say, like, you know what, this isn't working? I thought I was interested, maybe I'm not. I have a 2-part question. How do you handle that transaction? And then how much time do you give that person before you're like, you know what, I thought maybe, but just maybe not?
So when I'm like talking to someone or whatever, I'm like mostly focused on all my other permanent things, because sometimes I don't know if the person is going to be permanent. So absolutely God is first. Absolutely my family, my friends, when my friends are my family. I don't hang out with a large group of people, but they are my family. So those people come first, and then work. And so they're kind of like the last priority. So it's not a lot of time, I would say. And sometimes guys may feel it's like I'm playing a game with them, but it's honestly not. It's just who I am, and I'm focusing on my business. And if I don't see like they're making me a priority, I may or may not make them my priority. So that's where I'm at with that situation. And then just me realizing, someone's not good, or they have extended their stay. I'm usually like, this is not working.
This ain't for
I'm
me.
that blunt. Yeah, I'm that blunt free female. My best friend tell me all the time, like, you're a heartbreaker. Like, I always like, this is not, I seen this one red flag. I need to run, so.
Courtney is the,
and that's something too I'm working on.
Courtney is the I always used to laugh. Courtney is the is Eddie Murphy on Boomerang. Pull the sheet off and see the
oh yes,
the feet is messed up, and Courtney be like,
it's a done deal.
I'm through. Abort. This ain't it.
Cancel the mission.
That's what I always
I love
it. Courtney like nope.
What are I guess because she said red flags, can you tell us like 2 red flags that you look for? I'm always intrigued by what other people's are compared to my own. So
right now it's like everyone or all the guys like have like baby mothers, right? So if I'm seeing it's like they're too close, too close, that's a red flag for me. And I understand co-parenting and being civil with one another. However, if you guys are going on trips together and I'm not invited or I wasn't made aware, that's like a huge red flag for me now. Because before I was just like, okay, it's just a family, but now that's a huge red flag for me. Also kind of being like needy or being like, I want to talk to you, I want to text you all the time. Why are you texting me all the time? You got too much time on your hands. Like I can't work
what
and
are you
do
doing with your life?
What are you doing?
That you can text me all day like this.
You text and talk to me all day. I can't do that. And I can't. And that's just like, you telling me something, you're not telling me something I need to know. Maybe you're unemployed. No.
Something I need to know.
Yeah, without telling me. So it's definitely
true. Yeah, like, you don't have a hobby? You want no friends?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, where's your friends? And that's definitely like 2 red flags for me. And also, not another red flag for me is not being like around your family or not being with your family, because I am like big on family, and I have like, as you guys know, I don't play about family. I don't play about y'all. So, it's an extended family, and if they don't have that or don't understand that, that's a huge red flag for me. I don't want to be around them.
I like that though, because I'm a family person too, and that's a no for me. Definitely a no for me. So is your own emotional and financial stability important before marriage, or are you a person that would rather create the stability during the marriage or during the relationship part?
No, I think both are very, very important for any single female or anyone. Because let's say I do get into a relationship or find my, husband, the love of my life, and I'm like broken mentally or I'm broken financially. If something happens to him or he's unable to work or bring anything to the table, we looking at each other crazy. I want to be a helpmate, not just like give me. So those 2 things are very, very important to me. And as you know, Ron, I'm like very, very cheap. So when it comes to like being frugal and saving and like, I talk to my therapist like once a month to make sure like my mental is there and praying and crying if I need to and praying again, So that's definitely important for me.
I think both are very important, equally important as well. You know, before you get into before you go into the relationship, you're dating, and then you are dating with the purpose of being married. I think it's definitely important to go into, you know, to deal with yourself first, your own emotional stability, your own financial stability, so that you can go into it and create the stability that you want together. The only thing is that everyone is not taught to have that financial stability, that emotional stability, that knowing to go to therapy and things like that to get your mental right. And I think that's a lot of times where it gets lost at, and people don't know how to then go into it together and create this thing together and build, because you're still working on yourself, because you haven't even grasped how to do that for yourself as an individual. So I do think it's very important, and that's why I wanted to make sure that we touched on that, because that is very important to have your own emotional stability, your own financial stability. And yeah, it's hard because of, you know, our culture, you know, by itself, it's hard because it's not always taught in homes, and it's not always taught in school systems. So, you know, having that emotional stability and having your mental right and your finances right before you even go into that purpose of the marriage part of it. And then that way, so when you go into the marriage, because that's something that was a struggle within my marriage, because that wasn't right within my marriage first. And so those things were a struggle. And it's just not a cool space to be in. So I think it's very important, Courtney. Yeah.
Totally agree.
All right. So we got one more question for you. So, how would you prepare for marriage, or how are you preparing for marriage overall? Just overall, even with all the questions that we ask, and even whatever else that that you're doing to prepare, you know, as an individual, prepare yourself to be a wife.
So I am. I don't want to say weird, but out of all like my friends and people I hang with, I am definitely praying for my husband, right? So he's here, you know, he's alive and he's breathing, and whatever situation he's going through, you know, I'm just praying that he gets through it. And, you know, as I mentioned before, a lot of guys have like children, and I'm also praying for these children, because, you know, these are potentially my stepkids, and they will be in my life, and I don't want them to be broken or hurt or anything like that. So I'm definitely praying for them. And even when it comes to like, another thing is just like, I know I kind of be like cleaning, and an older guy asked me like, what are you doing to prepare for your husband? Like, is your sink clean? Like, is it hair in the sink? Is it swept? And, you know, how does your kitchen, if I come over your house, how does your kitchen look? And like, those are all things that my mom, being a single mom, is kind of installed in me to be like, you know, if somebody walked in your house right now, would you be prepared? And, you know, I can say yes, you know, welcome. And those are the things that, you know, I'm currently doing. And, you know, sometimes I don't want to put makeup on, or sometimes I don't want to get my hair done because I think I look fine, you know, but those are the things that I'm doing just so I won't get comfortable with like my hair being all over the place, or, you know, keeping up with myself. Cause I know I got to do it. And then it's sometimes I also, even with the guys that I am dating, just being a little bit of like a submissive, cause I don't do that a lot, but there may be times where they may ask me for something and I'll be like, no, I'm not doing that. But I know my future husband's going to ask me to do something, and, you know, I can say yes or no, but he's my teammate, and I should be willing to and able to do that. So those are the things that I'm doing.
That's really a huge one, submission, because when you are a single woman who's used to doing everything by yourself, it is the transition of being submissive. That's off the chain. That's something different, you know. And even even with preparing for it, you honestly, the preparation is like,
heavy. Yeah.
It's preparation, and then you get into it, and it's like, I was preparing for this, and I got this, and this ain't it. So some days it's like that. So that's really good that you do that, because, like I said, the transition is sometimes really hard coming from an independent woman to, especially an independent woman where you're raised by a woman who's as strong as your mother. That becomes a something that's you used to being
Absolutely.
independent. You're used to being a strong woman. You're not used to allowing a man to be first,
Right.
and to take head for, he's the lead, and you're not used to that. So that is amazing that you're doing that. So I think that you're doing amazing,
beautiful.
and I'm happy to even hear the growth in some of your answers, like in most of your answers, actually, because I know you personally. So to hear the growth in these answers, because Court, I was like, these answers about to be, Court about to be like, I ain't got time for I said, these answers about to be rough. But these answers were definitely a sign of growth, and that's exactly what everybody, the place that everybody should be in, and you should actually, set yourself up to where you are going to grow and not stay in the same spot. Because we have to grow, we have to mature, and so your answers, everything that you answer is so different from 2 years ago. So
Absolutely.
I just applaud you for that. I definitely applaud you for that.
And I
can't wait for her
you.
husband to find her.
I know, me either. I can't wait.
I can't wait for him to find you.
Wait.
I definitely Dewana, just like working with you for every 3-4 years, and you being a wife, and me being like, girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, if I could, but that was just like the mentality that I was at that time, and it's just like, oh, I guess, I see why she did that. Or you cook every day, like what?
That was Courtney's favorite thing. Like, what? Like,
the
what?
kids is spoiled. You don't have leftovers, Dewana. Like, so those are definitely, you have definitely been like a role model of like a wife, right? Like, good, bad, indifferent, like you are that. So yeah, I can't wait to invite you out to my wedding.
I can't wait to come. And it was always important to me to make sure that I was always transparent with you and Jessica. I didn't know, why I did it, but it was always important for me to allow you guys to see my good days and my bad days, because it was good days coming to work and it was bad days coming to work, married. Some days, and people that's like can come to work and be like, I can just wear a smile. I'm not always good at it, and some days it's like an open book, and it's like,
right.
I'm about to kill somebody, so just go ahead and have that bail money for me. So it was some days like that, but it was important for you guys to see, both sides, because it's not a walk in the park, but it's the hard work is worth it, and I appreciate you guys always being there, a listening ear. Sometimes there was some things that I couldn't share, but the things that I could share, you guys were definitely there to be a listening ear, and even to hear it so that you could grow in your own areas, and hey, not even make the same mistakes that was made in my marriage.
Absolutely.
So I think that that's really dope.
Thank you.
I do. I think that that's really dope. Well, we appreciate you for being our amazing guest today.
Anytime.
I want you to shout out your business one more time, okay? And tell them where you can find it.
Yeah, so it's Haute Noir Lifestyle. Yeah, it's at the bottom. Haute Noir Lifestyle, and then you can go on our Instagram, our Facebook, our website. We have, all sizes available. We got some great things coming in probably the next few weeks that I'm very, very excited for. And just not looking too crazy when you go outside. You got some Haute on. So that's That's my business, and I definitely thank you both, and appreciate you guys for even welcoming me on the show. I'm so proud of y'all, and please continue to do what y'all do, because we listening.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's your website?
So it's www.hautenoirlifestyle.com. It's just all together.
Okay, our producer is putting it up.
Thank you,
Charlie. He's putting it up. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right, Court. Well, we will talk to you later. Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
There's your website. So
Thank you, Charlie.
You plugged in now to my sister circle.
Yay.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you. I love y'all.
All right. Bye bye.
Talk to y'all soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Oh
boy.
So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions.
All right, let's do it.
That was.
It's so amazing to see, because she's my sister's age and they grew up together. So to see, I'm like, oh my God,
Yep.
That's a whole grown woman.
She's 30.
Jeez.
They are. We all are. It just amazes me. So you already answered the questions. You are not currently dating.
No.
But when you were dating, were you dating with a purpose?
Yes.
And I believe that we talked about that just at the beginning, because cultural, you guys have to date with a purpose.
Yes. For
marriage. What's your thoughts on cohabitation before marriage, honey? What is it?
It's an absolute no for me.
Why?
It's a no for me.
I knew you was going to say that. I knew it. Okay, why?
It's a no for me because I feel like, and I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I feel like when you give men the option to come and go in your home without a solidified commitment, the commitment will never come. That's from my own personal perspective and thought process. So we cannot live together or nothing like that. You have your own, I have my own. And then the other thing is, like, I'm in a space where I'm enjoying my solitude. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how prepared I am for that kind of carrying on just yet. It's magnificent. Chef's kiss, magnificent. So no, there is no cohabitation. Yeah, there is no cohabitating together for me.
Understand. Listen, I understand. So, is your emotional and financial stability important before you go into marriage, or do you want to create that in the marriage?
No, I can't create anything for you. What I can create is meals. Okay, but I cannot create.
I can create ironed clothes.
Yeah, listen. I am a top-notch housekeeper. I'm a clean woman. I can, I can deliver those things to you. Mm-hmm. Financial stability and emotional stability. Mm-hmm. That is absolutely not. Like, I think when I was dating and I attempted to date. I think like some of the first questions that I asked the gentleman that I was engaging with, are you in therapy? Have you considered therapy? What does healing mean to you? Like, as someone that's older and that is actively in therapy and really believes in mental wellness and health, if you don't have that intact, I don't care what kind of money you make.
That's right.
Let's just be clear. I don't care if you are a Fortune 500 CEO, own your own business. If you are emotionally disheveled, you can pass by here, okay? you really can.
It's a wrap, huh?
It's a no for me. Mm-hmm. You cannot be in tune with your emotions and want to approach a woman like me, because I am very in tune with who I am and my emotions and my mental state and checking in emotionally. So if those are, now I don't mind talking to you about those things, but if you haven't done the work to heal on traumas or childhood issues, or you have unresolved stuff, that's gonna fall over into our relationship. And where I am now at 37, having been married and now divorced and a single mom, there are just certain things that I'm not willing to compromise, and Absolutely. That is one. You don't have to have it all figured out, because we're all works in progress. Mm-hmm. but you have to be like, if I ask you, like, what are some triggers for you? And you like, trigger, what's a trigger?
Right,
What are
right,
some
right.
boundaries for you? Boundaries? It was so nice meeting you. Because I just can't. You know, I can't do it.
I understand.
Yeah, you gotta be, you have to be introspective.
Absolutely.
You cannot just be out here roaming the earth 37, 38, 39, 40 and you don't know nothing about you. Then you won't be able to comprehend and know me.
Absolutely.
Can't do it.
I understand. Thank you. So when dating, are you focused on one person at a time or are there several? I know the answer, but I'll just let you give it to me anyway.
You know, this is probably where, not even probably, this, and I'm going to be transparent. This has gotten me in a world of trouble. Okay? And I'll just be honest because, I mean, who cares? It is what it is. It's gotten me in a world of trouble because, again, I'm 37. I'm not dating, but when I do date, I don't have a whole lot of time. Let's just be clear. I'm a mom. I work. This takes time. You know what I mean? This takes time. My own personal interest in travel and things like that take time. So for me, trying to get to know Mike and Bobby and Joe and Mark is exhausting for me. You get one person at the rodeo at a time. You know what I mean? Like I can't. And then the other thing for me is a personal thing. I don't think that everyone should be privy to know who I am.
That's
and
true.
I'm not going to tell
That's true.
4 different people, my favorite color is yellow, my favorite color is yellow. I'm not doing that. One at a time. And then if you get on my nerves, I'm going to excuse you. And then I need a minute to reset from you getting on my nerves. And then I will venture to the next person. And I've heard, like, that's not how dating is supposed to go. You're supposed to. I just don't have that type of time.
That's
and I
understandable.
I don't think
Especially
you can
at
get
our
anybody.
age.
Yeah.
Especially at our age. It's just
I'm like,
not,
we're
I get it.
almost 40. Y'all
get
are
it.
out here. Who? I don't, you know what, Charlie, to be completely honest, I have not the foggiest idea what
I
dating
didn't know what word
I don't know what foggy.
I didn't know what word was coming
I
out.
don't
I was
know.
about to say,
I don't
got
know.
frustrated
No.
with that question.
I don't know what it's supposed to be. I think you have to have your own litmus test as to what it is for you
I
individually.
agree. I think it's definitely what you think dating is. So I don't think that we can put a broad answer on it because I definitely think it's what you think dating is. You know, some people, you know, like we just had the discussion earlier, some people think dating is you just date to find your husband at that time, and some that looks totally different, or to find your wife. So, you know, I definitely think that those things are it's your call on that. You know, you and whatever, you know, if we always talk about who you pray to, but we pray to Jesus over here. So it's about who you and God relationship, and you know, who, you know, that's your dating life. So I don't think it could be it just can't be a one person's idea of what dating is.
People have different rules.
I don't even want to look at a book that me personally, I probably wouldn't even go reading a book to tell me what dating looks like, because I think that that's your perspective, and what you wrote and that's your perspective of what dating looks like.
And those rules are applicable and work for you in your situation, in your head space, in your heart space. Yeah. It's about what you can tolerate. I can't tolerate a lot of how we date now. Yeah. It's really very strange to me, and I don't want to participate.
Guys, I am going to get to your comments. I just want to, because, you know, as you can see, we are over time a little bit, but just stick with us. Just stick with us. Our producer said that we are fine for now. So just stick with us. So I am going to get to your comments. We'll get to them in a second. How much time do you deal with someone if that, so what does this say? How much time do you deal with someone that doesn't establish, exclusivity for you?
Yeah.
So how much time do you deal with the person? If this person is saying, okay, we're not going to be exclusive, do you give the person some time to get it right, or? I'm in agreement with that. Like,
I think because of our age, hear me out
just
again.
don't have time.
I don't have the time. You know when you are engaging with me, and I know as a woman whether I see potential with you, and you unequivocally know if there's potential with me. Now, am I saying I would need a marriage request in 2 to 3 months? Absolutely not. But you better tell me something. I'm giving you 2 to 3 months tops. And I think that's being generous to say, like, you know what, Orion, I want to date you exclusively.
And I think it's really fair.
Very fair.
It's fair to say that, especially because men think that people, sorry, I'm not going to say men because,
Lord.
people think that you can tell me we're going to date exclusively, but then you're not going to. You don't want to be married, but we are dating exclusively. It's just me and you.
Yeah.
You telling me it's just us two. I can't talk to anybody else. I can't date anybody else. I can't. Me and you. Mm-hmm. But then but there's no proposal. No, it's just
no.
That's ridiculous. So and so that's definitely fair.
Yeah.
You saying that. So let me read some of these, and then I'm gonna ask you the last question that I love so much.
Okay.
All right. So we have a few. So I'm gonna go up to Vanita's. Vanita said, "That's what's wrong with this generation. They don't know how to date. I learned there was a system: talk, date, court, then make a mutual decision to be committed and exclusive." I totally agree. I like that. Talk, date, and court.
Charlie.
I it's old school, but I get it. I get it. I'm at a point in my life. I'm dating for marriage, definitely with my children being older. I was with my last child's father for 15 years. Wow. And no marriage. Don't want my time wasted anymore, but definitely want to do it the right way. That's right.
I know
You
right.
say not anymore. I'm not doing that no more. 15 years is a long time, and that's what I'm saying. And I guarantee that in those 15 years, he wanted you to be exclusive, and he knew within those 15 years, because obviously he knew that he didn't want to be married. So, I have dated. John said, I have dated and have gone on outings at times. I just needed someone with whom to attend an event who wouldn't get the wrong idea that it would get serious. Other times I would only go out with someone who I thought was serious enough to be considered a future wife.
Okay.
He is married. Yes.
Beautiful.
He's a pastor. Yes. He's married. Sometimes a person's age does not equate to maturity.
Amen.
Some 40-year-olds, this is true. This is true. May never dated, having been in a relationship with one person from their 20s and decided to settle instead of explore.
Absolutely.
This is true. People want to Netflix and chill before even really going out.
Absolutely.
Netflix and chill, that thing right there.
That's the new dating culture now.
That thing right there is lazy.
People will want to come to your house
That's
and sit on
lazy.
your couch and use your Detroit Edison.
Not your Detroit
And
Edison.
not even, listen,
Not your
and not
Detroit
even
Edison.
my DTE.
Not your Detroit Edison.
And I'm pulling back.
And watch
Jesus.
your Barton cable.
Burning my lights, as my mother would say. And don't even want to take you to Leo's Coney Island and get a hot dog. Sir, it's a no. For me, again. No, my rule of thumb is you are absolutely not coming to my house.
Oh, yeah.
You're not coming to my house on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth date. You'll be lucky if you make it there before Jesus cracks the sky. And I'm not coming to your crib either, brother. We're not coming to each other's homes.
You know, and especially because either way you're completely single, legally into marriage. Period.
Absolutely.
And it is the Netflix and chill thing. It's heavy.
It is.
It's heavy nowadays.
And the part that makes me upset, and I'm gonna plug this guy's name because I want all the women, married or not married.
I thought she was about to put somebody on blast.
No, I
was
want
about
you
say,
to.
Oh my goodness!
I would never. I wait until my microphone's turned off.
We
we wait until the microphone's turned off. But there is this man that I fell in love with. Charlie is a mess. R.C. Blakes. No, Charlie, plug his name in at the bottom if you can. R.C. Blakes. When I tell you he gives you a very beautiful outline as to how you, and he's a man, and I have no problem listening to a man who is encouraging me to stand in my femininity and to hold myself to a certain standard. R.C. Blakes gives a beautiful description as to how you should carry yourself as a single woman when dating. And I was just listening to him yesterday when he was talking about the new culture in dating and what women allow. Don't allow anybody to come to your house and think that that's an acceptable first date. Now, if that's how you get down, honey, more power to you. That's just not going to work for me. We're not Netflix and chilling at my house. So I encourage you, single ladies, dating, engaged, just give the guy a listen. He's brilliant.
Listen.
Because if he was a foolish person or a fool, he would not be getting my ear. I'd be like, oh, let me turn you off.
You guys would be amazed, okay? You guys would be amazed at me and my husband. Like I said at the beginning, we were not supposed to be in a serious relationship. Now our relationship or our thing, our situation didn't start off as a Netflix and chill. We didn't say let's go watch a movie together. It was quite the opposite, okay? It was quite the opposite.
Yeah.
And that one thing, we went into it saying that this is what we're gonna do, and it turned into something totally unexpected. When I say we spent so much time together, it wasn't supposed to be all.
Oh, but
it's all now.
It's all
it wasn't
now.
supposed to be. It was unbelievable to the both of us.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't supposed to. In our
Because it just
minds,
naturally
it was not
blossomed.
supposed to be that. But God.
Listen, Mr. Coleman knew what he had. He wasn't crazy.
Mr. Coleman wasn't interested in a relationship either.
But she's married.
I was not.
But you married an outlook.
I was not interested
I think
in a
that's
relationship.
the best thing. I think that's actually kind of really cool.
I was dating hard too, like what Courtney call it talking to.
Yeah.
It was different because I had just got out of the serious relationship with the kid's father.
Yeah.
We had been out of relationship for some years at that point, but he was the last serious relationship. So it was like after the kid's father, it was just like, oh, okay. Well, it was I knew what.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I knew what my plan was, okay,
Yeah.
and I was gonna ride that thing through. And it was like, nope, you cut off. No, you ain't riding that thing through no more.
Done.
You're not riding that thing through no more. It was. So with going into that.
Yes.
Oh, how do you prepare for marriage? Overall,
yeah.
I agree.
What'd he say? I'm prepared now for marriage?
You're preparing.
Am I preparing? I guess so.
Everything you just said means that you're preparing.
Yeah, I am preparing. I am being very diligent and intentional with what I am asking God for. And I am making sure that I'm not like, it doesn't matter about this God or that God. I'm really not doing it. I am just like, God, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is what I need. And
y'all don't want to hear
no,
Charlie.
you don't want to hear Charlie. Charlie is unleashed. No, but I'm intentional with what I'm asking God for. I've always been a caretaker and a homemaker because that's how, I hate to say the word trained, but that's how my mother and my grandmother trained me. So I'm not lacking in the preparing a house. I'm not lacking in the being able to cook and clean and wash laundry. I'm preparing myself emotionally. And to really learn what it is to be submissive to a man that will be the head of my household one day, because I am vigorously independent and a little headstrong. So after getting divorced and now being single, I really have to retrain my mind to say, like, Orion, you're not going to be single for the rest of your life. If it's God's will, you will get married again. And I need to make sure that I'm capable of being submissive and letting somebody lead me, not over a bridge, mind you, but in the right direction. And that's all.
Not to the broken bridge.
And not to the broken bridge. The bridge is fully capable. All right?
We not sinking in this boat.
We cannot sink. We are yet afloat. Yeah. But that's what I'm preparing for.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I definitely love this topic. This topic was amazing. This show was amazing. So anytime that you date, you talk about dating, you always want to talk about the actual marriage. So in talking about dating, the go-to, and for most people, is the goal is to be married in dating. Now, everybody doesn't want to get married.
Right.
Okay. Because I know some people that say they're going to, I know of a person that is in a marriage. It's strictly business with them. But I heard, it blew my mind. It wasn't the first, it wasn't the first time I heard that. I had one of my sisters tell me that she was at work, and an older lady told her, no marrying for love, it's marrying for business, okay? And when she told me that the older lady said that, I was blown back until I met somebody in the flesh, and she is in a business. It is strictly business.
I could never.
They are married for strictly business. There is no, if love happened, it happens. That's where they are.
I'd rather tase my eyeballs. I would never. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to
rather what?
Tase my eyeballs, honey, and saute them in a saucepan. I'm trying to, you come in the house and I'm squirting you with a water gun. I'm trying to have fun and laugh. Why do we have to be so staunch? This is a business transaction and balance the checkbook. What? I'm trying to be retarded with you and have fun. God, I know that's not politically correct, but I'm trying to be stupid and silly with you. No, you keep the business. You keep that.
Business deal. So, with saying that, when you are married, the question now becomes how to maintain the marriage. I would have to say, for me, maintaining my marriage at the beginning was okay. At the beginning, it was all fun and games. Not fun and games. Let me not say it worded like that, but it was all fun. It was honeymoon stage. So it was fun. It was. I mean, is the mic on in there? Is the mic on where you are? Absolutely. Okay. Because it was all fun. Sorry, my nephews are here. The boys are here today, so we got to make sure that it's
Big
PG before they, mics down all the way. It was fun. It was all the time sex. It was all the time going out. It was all of that. But then something happened, and although we had been in a relationship for a long time. Something had happened to where we kind of got in this place of not knowing each other. We missed some steps. And it happens, but it shouldn't happen, because if you're preparing, missteps shouldn't happen, but they do all the time. All the time. So how I maintain my marriage, I had to learn my husband's language, how to communicate with him, what his communicative language was. I had to learn his love language, and I had to definitely learn that we are individuals first. A lot of times we go into a marriage and we want to, it's such a fine line, right? Of your individual person, of who you are, and then the couple. And we go into it, and even though you know that you're an individual, you don't understand. I know how that it's raining. I don't always know how the rain is created, So if you go into it and you don't understand that both of you are individuals, you will tread this line, okay, and you will mess up.
Absolutely.
Because you can't expect this person to be you. I can't expect my husband to be me, think like me, do the things that I do. He's an individual, okay? Some things he's not going to do that is going to be like the way that I do it. Some things he's going to do that I can't stand, but he's an individual. Absolutely. He's him. And I think we go into it where we are basing it off of, we got to do everything together. Everything is done together. But no. And that's a place where we kind of hit a wall.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely hit a wall there, because we were kind of like fighting something that it shouldn't have been. We should have been doing this. Okay,
Yeah.
and we were bumping into each other, and it was happening so much, and it was like I had to learn how to speak his language and communicate in his language, because his language isn't like mine. I am a communicator. I want to talk everything out. His language is not that. I want to talk everything out.
Yes.
I want to talk every single detail out from the top to the bottom. I'm so serious, okay? And that's how my husband is. Charlie is saying, I don't know if Charlie's mic is on, but Charlie, my husband was having anxiety. Like, you want to talk about what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's not his communicative language. He doesn't need me to break. I don't have to say every single thing. And for me, I wanted him to say every single thing. What are you feeling? Okay?
Yeah.
What are you feeling? What are you doing? How is it going? And he like, you is not my mama. Okay? You are crazy, and you're not my mama. You're not my mother, and I can't do that. So, so I think, and then one of the other things is not harboring my husband's baggage. Because we do come into the relationship with things that we have, things that are it's not identified, things that are identified and that you don't know about. I can't take on his baggage for him and for us. Some things it is for me as a wife to pray him through, but some things are just that's not my fight.
No.
And we take it on, and that's where we mess up at. I can't take on everything. I can't take on all my husband's things that he dealt with in his childhood he didn't deal with already. Yep. He can't take on mine. So if I have self-esteem issues, he can't take that self-esteem issue. That's baggage that he shouldn't have to take on.
No, that's your own stuff.
So that helps to maintain your marriage when you don't take that on. And that was okay. And that was one of the things for me that was, I had to learn that. And then I'm gonna just tell one more thing so we can 3 minutes. Okay. Trust was hard for me at the beginning, just off of the beginning stages of some things that was going on with my own insecurities, and then the infidelity in the marriage. So because of the trust issues, I had to learn how to trust my husband again. And now it's certain things that if it triggers, I don't allow it to affect me. It could trigger,
right?
But I don't allow the trigger to affect what's going on at that time. Now, sometimes you have unresolved issues, and when you have those unresolved issues and that trigger comes on, that's a different story.
Absolutely.
But if it's an issue that you guys have already said that we're forgiven and we're moving on, then you have to let that be.
Yep. You cannot keep rehashing it.
So, I think for me, that's where, that's the glow up part for my marriage.
And maturity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And also listening to my husband, we're a blended family. So stepping back and allowing him to do it the way that he knows how, because I don't always see eye to eye with him when it comes to how he disciplines or how he does certain things. But sometimes I have to take a step back. And because I know how to pray to my Father, sometimes if it's not right, then it's for me to go to God about it and not nag him about it, because that just creates chaos.
I love that.
So that's it.
No.
Nobody. All right. So we are going to wrap this up. This was a great show. I know the marriage part was kind of short, but the dating part was way more important to us, especially the preparation part of the marriage and how you're preparing as you're dating. So I'm so excited that we were able to have Courtney on. I'm so excited that we were able to have you answer some of the questions. It's always exciting that when we are going through something that we can be transparent and actually feed that to our audience so that they see that we're normal.
Yeah, we're normal people with normal lives, and we're human, just like you are.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we are going to close out, and we are going to see you guys next week. We have a great surprise for you guys next week. It is going to be an exciting show next week. I'm excited about that. So stay tuned for that surprise for next week. We are going to go ahead and close out of here really quick because we are on here long today. I do have to pick my son up from football practice.
Oh, yeah,
Poor
she got to
thing.
get the baby.
Poor thing. So that's it. You guys got
That's it,
anything?
and that's all.
Huh? He's a child. Yeah, he's a child. So, all right. So we don't have any announcements next week. Like I said, we are going to have a special show, and we are excited about that. And we'll just put the sponsorship things up on the page itself. So you guys have a great night. Thank you.
So you think you in love with me, but I'm not the girl of your dreams. Cause I've been rocking and dodging the beat of love. Baby, I'm not the one for you. I'm not letting you on cause you know my truth. But I know just what to do for you. Cause